Hi, I'm here on the Belling page and I'm really looking forward to answering all your kitchen questions. I can see them coming through already, but keep them coming. Kathy, you have asked how to make sure that your look doesn't become or appear outdated quickly, and I have to tell you that is one of the biggest concerns when anyone's renovating a kitchen, because it's such a lot of money and you want it to last a long time. So my advice is always to make a mood board and stick with what you love, because what we love changes a lot more slowly than the trends that we see out there. So as long as you fall in love with colours and they're the same colours, then I think that's a kitchen that's going to make you happy for a long time. The main thing when you're going for a dark colour is to think about lighting. Is it how much natural light do you have coming into your kitchen during the day, and how much artificial light do you need coming in the evenings? I really like LED lighting in a black kitchen. It's really sleek. It's really easy to hide, so it feels really integrated. You want to have all of your areas defined by LED lighting, because a dark kitchen can be quite difficult to navigate. So using LED lighting to define those zones is a really good start. Absolutely not. I think spend the money on the appliance that you use the most. So say cooking is a really key part. So get a new appliance there and make a real statement with it. But if you've got a fridge that's still working, keep the fridge. Dishwasher, keep the dishwasher. Try and pair it back to a key piece or a really super functional piece. I've got another question that is, my apartment has a 10-year-old galley kitchen that looks like an office lunchroom. That makes me feel sad. How should I update it? Look, I think you just choose some key pieces. Paint and hardware obviously makes a huge difference. But I think you could even look at swapping out the doors. There's a lot of companies that do that, and I think that is really effective. And then if you want to do a rejig of the floor plan, if you can possibly fit in an island into that space. Look, I've got a blog on the Belling website about designing in small spaces, so take a look at that. I would also think about swapping out a key appliance like a cooker. The new Mini Richmond is fantastic because you can fit it into a 600 space if that's what you've got already, but it allows you to make a real statement with colour and style. So have a look at that. I have a good question, or actually a comment I agree with, which is all the kitchens on Instagram are so unrealistic, and I know, and it makes you feel like you can't live as perfectly as everybody else lives. But of course, all you're seeing is a sliver. I mean, right here, all you're seeing is a sliver. You're not seeing the mess that was left when I made the kids' lunches this morning. That's how we live, and that's part of the beauty of life. So I think when you design a kitchen, just think about how you want to store things away. I've got a pantry door that I can close, which means that I can, leave the mess from the kids' lunches until I get time to pack it up later. And I've got big drawers that I can literally just sweep everything into if I need to. So think about that, and think about things like appliance cabinets, and those parts of your kitchen design is what's going to make your everyday life much nicer. Look, it really depends on the kitchen. Essentially, kitchens are expensive because there's so many things happening in one space. You need so many trades, you need cabinet makers, you need electricians, you need plumbers, you probably need painters, there's a lot of glass, and then you've got appliances on top. There's a lot going on, and that's because it's a highly functional space, and you're spending a whole heap of time in there. So I think you just have to pick and choose what's going to make a difference for you. And appliances obviously play a huge part because they're the things you use every single day. So buy good quality and make a statement. That's actually what I love about the Colour Boutique range with Belling. You make a statement with one piece. Look, the one that I tend to use most often is the shaker style, which I've actually used in my own kitchen. You can see it behind me. I like it because it's got a little bit of architectural detail, but it's not too fussy. So it adds interest to the kitchen, but it doesn't overtake the kitchen. And it can really move a lot across a lot of styles. You know, it works well with a Danish design, it works really well with a country design. It also can soften a really sleek modern design. So I think it's really versatile. That's my favorite. So I've got a question here that I really love. It says, I'm stuck with terracotta tiles and you can't afford to change it. I hear you. So what color cabinetry? I just have to say terracotta is like the color of the moment. Those really rust, earthy tones are really in, and they're going to be in for quite a while. So I actually think you're in a good spot. I would go for a really deep charcoal. I think that brings some elegance and kind of grounds the color, and it doesn't fight with that terracotta. I've got a great example that I'm just about to show you, and there's also some other elements there that I want to talk about, but I'll come back and talk about that in a second. So in the photo I've just shown you, there's a really great trend that we're seeing emerge that I really want to talk about. Terracotta tiles are really common in homes, and it is an expensive thing to get rid of. Well, tiles in general. And tiles are really practical for cleaning, but they're quite hard to live with. They're quite hard, they bounce a lot of sound around, and they feel a bit cold underfoot. So a growing trend of these rugs in kitchens is actually a really great trick to kind of work with those tiles. Having a floor runner down between the cabinetry and the island is really popular. Make sure you've got some of that, non-slip underneath it, because you don't want it to be a slip hazard in a kitchen. And I just like bringing colour and texture there. And so for terracotta tiles, you could go for a really great old Turkish rug, or Moroccan style, and you get some colour and pattern, but keep with that earthy tone. I'm lucky because I live this every day, so I'm always getting ideas and inspiration. I get it from going to showrooms. I go to a lot of open homes just because I can't help myself. So I'll go and have a look inside homes and see what they've done and how they've used spaces differently, particularly if they're similar homes to what I have. So you get ideas there. Architects have got some really fabulous ideas, and they're quite cutting edge, sometimes on the expensive side, but you don't have to use it all. There's one picture that I'll share with you that it's a really beautiful kitchen. I think interior designers, Pinterest is really good as well. I'm going to start uploading lots and lots of kitchen shots to my Pinterest page, so have a look at that one. Thank you so much for tuning in again for this kitchen masterclass. I had such a great time. I love getting questions. I love solving problems. I'm going to put all of this up on my Instagram page as well as Bellin's. And of course on the Bellin's site, there's a whole heap of stories and blogs that'll give you a bit of inspiration. I also have my own website, so have a look at theinteriorsedit.com.au, and I'll always be putting stories up there. So thank you very much, and hopefully I'll see you again soon.